it's time for the blood demo, and just want to show you guys what I've got going. The first thing I want to show you is the blood board. The blood board was 12 different formulas. A little bit, some of this is here in shadow, so I want to show those off. And of all of them, and this was round 3 of testing, these were kind of the best of the best. All of them, this one here was the best as far as color, consistency, and gloss. Alright, number 2 was also very good, and then number 6 was also very good. But I'm going to give the recipe for number 1 because he just came out the strongest. But you can see I tried a lot of different stuff, and let's get to that recipe. What we have here is an empty board, and I've got different food colorings. I'm using the main formula. The main formula for this is Elmer's Clear Glue. Alright, that was the best of all the things that I tried as the base. That's the main base. Elmer's Clear Glue, polyurethane clear school glue. Okay, I have that in these different cups. And the best tint, because it was transparent, and you could, see through it, was food coloring. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to try 3 different kinds of food coloring, real quick here in front of you. And I'm using a ½ teaspoon as a measurement to put in here, just to make sure this all comes out about the same. And I'm putting the same amount of tint. Alright? And again, to keep things on the up and up, I'm going to use the same blue coloring and just 1 drop. Okay, and I'm going to do the 1 drop of blue in each of these because they're all from the same container. And this is, I have filled these clear cups up to this line right here, the bottom line. Whenever you're doing something that measures out, use these ridged cups, because then you can figure out by a line, and that's volume to volume, and you'll always be kind of the same. Alright, this is the McCormick Pointy Top 4-pack of food coloring. That's with ½ teaspoon of color. I'm going to put a little bit more of this food coloring in, because to me, where it's real thick, it looks really good. But up here, it looks like it's a bit thin. I'll get that good and mixed in, then I'll apply that one. But it's all this clear polyurethane, clear polymer glue, which I'm using as the base. Okay, that's a bit better. I like that a lot better. Alright, this is the one that I think I like best. That's the Spice Time. And we'll just go ahead and keep them all consistent. We'll go ahead and do 2 ½ teaspoons here. There we go, a little bit squirt off the side, so I'm not going to clean the spoon on that one. This is 1 drop of blue and a teaspoon of red. And this is my favorite food coloring. It was the cheapest. This 4-pack was sold at Dollar Tree for $1. Yeah, see, I just like that color a lot better. I'll do a little bit more. See, that's richer, it's nice and thick as it runs down. And this is the big bottle of red McCormick, just the red by itself. The formula is a little bit different, so it's worth checking out. Clean the other off of my... Now this glue is washable. So if you put this on costumes, it will come out. Okay? But if you put it on props or sets, it'll work just fine. It won't come out. It's also not going to be good for outdoor, because heavy rain is going to mess with it. Let me get this one mixed up. And boy, the differences are subtle in these, but I mean, to me, it's worth the research to figure out which one you like best. Blood is a big deal to a lot of people, you know. I actually think the bottle red and then this one. This bottle here is about $3-4 bucks, okay, at a grocery store. It's McCormick red food color in a 1-ounce bottle. This is $1. It's a 0.3-ounce bottle for just the red. So cost-wise, they're pretty much exactly the same if you're only counting that you get the red. If you count you have to buy 1 drop of blue to put in, well, that's, then you might be better off with this one just by a little bit. Another thing that I did is I have mixed up already the red. Actually, it's this red with a bit of green in it as opposed to blue. Okay, and let's see because this is this red and blue, and that is that red and green. But what's great about it is it dries glossy. Okay, and color is not really a great indicator here on this screen, because monitors are set different and cameras pick things up differently. But this is your McCormick Pointy Top 4-pack. On this side is the Spice Time from Dollar Tree. It is all clear Elmer's glue. And right there where it says washable, that is why it's not good for outside. It's non-toxic, you could put it on actors, but it's not going to stay very well if they're sweating a lot. But I was wanting to find an equivalent to PermaBlood, which you don't put on actors anyway. And this is the Spice Time from Dollar Tree, McCormick Pointy Top, small one, and this is the 1 drop of green. All of these have 1 drop of blue. This is 1 drop of green in there with the Dollar Tree. And this here is the big 1-ounce bottle of McCormick that you can get at grocery stores or cake decorating places. And it holds up really well. But all of these are very similar. And of them, I think that this one here is the best. But get yourself some washable Elmer's Clear. Okay. And some red food coloring. And some other colors. And piddle with it. Play with it and see what you like. Back to the board here. And I'm going to add 1 more drop of blue in each of these. And see what that does. And if I like it better. The reason why I'm going very carefully, very slowly, 1 drop at a time, is because I'm trying to make a formula that I can repeat and scale up. Okay? I like a darker blood. I know that. Some people like a real red blood. I like an almost burgundy brown blood. Okay, but I like this a heck of a lot better. I like this a heck of a lot better than I like this one over here, and it's going to thin out a little bit too because it's pooling down, and where the puddles look great. You can't see them a bit because of the bottles. But the thicker it is, obviously the better it looks. That's why I'm not diluting the glue. This is the Spice Time with 1 more drop of blue in it, and that's a real thick blood that kind of beats the translucency that you get with less blue. So I like 2 drops of blue per this much. And these cost about $1.50. So if you scale up 5 ounces, $1.50, you're coming up at $35 a gallon as opposed to a gallon of PermaBlood, which is $120. And PermaBlood is an awesome and fantastic product. I'm not knocking that in the least. All I'm trying to do is come up with a cheaper alternative to be used in some situations. This will not replace PermaBlood. Obviously anything outside, if you want to put on costumes where it stays there forever and it doesn't wash out, then PermaBlood is what you want to use. But this is great for sets inside. And if you can stretch your set budget, then great. This is the 1 ounce bottle of red with 2 drops of blue. And I have my green over here. I'm going to put in another drop of green. Mix this one up. See, the blue and the green really don't change too much. You almost get a little bit of a brown. I'll go ahead and take this off and get you closer again. 2 drops of blue. 2 drops of blue. That's 1 drop of blue. 2 drops of blue. This is 4 drops of green because the tint is just not as strong. But looking at the 2 of them, you know, they're both pretty close. It doesn't really matter too much if it's green or if it's blue. When this dries, it really keeps its gloss very nicely. Yeah, and see, and I'm looking at them now, and the 1 drop just is not enough of blue. You really need the 2. Okay, so that is a PermaBlood, you know, not a substitute, but certainly it goes along with. It's economical. It's way more economical. And on the internet, I have ordered a gallon of it, but it is not here yet, so I can't test it. There is a off-brand. It is not Elmer's. It is washable clear school glue. It was from DiscountSchoolSupplies.com. A gallon of it for $10. Okay, they don't sell the Elmer's in a gallon. So the fact that you can get that for $10, you're looking at probably another $3 worth of food coloring to do that gallon. You're getting a gallon of a PermaBlood-ish material for 15 bucks. You know, you really cannot beat that. It has a little bit of translucency, which is what I like in my blood. And you can change that by how much color you put in. I mean, once you have this as the base, and trust me, if you remember the board, you know, back there, the 12 formulas, that's the best base. Okay, kind of without doubt, hands down, that's the best base. And, you know, all these are pretty good. I do think the pointy cap is the least favorite of mine, but that is just such a good, rich blood that dries partially translucent, but also maintains its shine. And that's one of the big factors. I mean, that's just a good viscous blood. And that's the 1 ounce bottle red. So go mix it for yourself and blood things up, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe. I can post more and better longer and better videos the more subscribers that I have. It stinks, but that's how YouTube does it. So, thanks for watching. Different bases that I tried. These were not in order, but this is the Elmer's Clear glue. This is the Elmer's. This here is the Elmer's white glue with red food coloring. This is just Sherwin-Williams Safety Red Paint. I was not thrilled with that at all. No translucency. This was rubber cement thinned with mineral spirits. I wasn't thrilled with that one either. This is polyurethane mixed with rubber cement and red and blue food coloring. Number 6, this was a really good one. This is H&C Wet Look Concrete Sealer. Okay, you get it from Sherwin-Williams. It's about 20 a gallon, and it did really good. It had a little bit of cracking in it, and that I just didn't like. But it's got a good, it's got a good sheen to it. And I made this board, boy, 2 weeks ago. So I mean, even in that amount of time, you know, it still looks pretty darn good. So you know, all these formulas are fairly permanent. The concrete sealer would be fine outside, all right, and it gets a little bit thinner as it drips. You know, it stayed in the body, the color, but I was really happy with that. This came out really good like a rust. Okay, it's the concrete sealer from here and rubber cement with the food coloring. All right, I just added rubber cement to this mix, and I really like this. You know, it just has a different look to it. I'm trying to, you know, it's hard to tell what the camera's picking up. This contact cement didn't take color worth of crap, garbage. This is that AB glaze they put on bars, and it just didn't take color the way that I wanted. I had really high hopes for that because I just hoped it would take color better because it's so glossy when it dries. This is just latex and water. Regular old match latex, thinned down with water. Okay, always add your water to latex, not latex to water, or else it'll make little turds on you. And then the red and blue food coloring. This very thin, very weak blood is acrylic floor finish, like Future Wax used to be, but it was the cheapest one to make, but it looks like garbage, so don't bother. This is my peanut butter in my chocolate formula from earlier, which means it is number 6, the Wet Look Concrete Sealer, mixed with Elmer's Clear Glue. And that mixed, I actually really like it a lot, but it's just not quite as glossy as number 1 over here, which is the Elmer's Clear Glue and red food coloring and blue.